Yo, Paul here with Zoom Gas, and today we're going to do an oil and filter change on our 2023 CR-V. So only a few tools needed for this job, a couple screwdrivers, and a ratchet and an oil filter wrench. As for parts, we'll need a filter, a new crush washer, and 5 quarts of 0W20 motor oil. So first we've got to take this bottom cover off. There's 4 screws. You see the 4 here that I'm highlighting that we take. And then there's 4 half-turn nuts. And I'm showing you where those 4 are here also underneath the car. So now we're going to go ahead and start taking those 8 total off. So first I started with the Phillips and pulled all of those out, times 4. They come out fairly easily. Then take a straight fat screwdriver, and these are just a half turn. You'll half turn those and they'll drop right out. And now you remove that and you can see right under here, very clean. You can see the oil filter and you can see where the transmission fluid is also going to be changed later. So I took my 17mm wrench here, put it on, and it came off, boom, kind of quick and easy there. Actually almost scarily how loose it was. So I took that out and let it start to drain out. It drains pretty well, actually. No parts under it, so nothing that gets oil on it. Good design by Honda on that front. I took that, cleaned it off, as you can see. Took that crush washer off, replaced it with the new one. Went ahead and put my oil filter wrench on there with my ratchet. Started twisting down here, and it also came off fairly easily. You can see starting to spin here. So I reversed that back off to release the wrench, and then with my hand I can get it the rest of the way. And this also, as you see here, starts to drain down very nicely. Doesn't really get on a lot of the other items underneath the car, so that's nice about the design of this. I let that release for a little bit and then took it off the rest of the way. Once I've got this off here, then I obviously go ahead and clean up the oil that's on items, and I grab that new filter next. And on that new filter, I take some clean oil, put my finger in there, and go ahead and put just a dab around the seal. Makes a nice seal then when you put it installed. So after that, I went ahead and started reassembling, put that filter back on. Once it hits the gasket, go about a quarter more turn by hand, and then go ahead and put that new crush washer and put the bolt back in place with that 17mm socket. On those 8 bolts that I took out, I went ahead and used some fluid film. It's a nice anti-corrosion on there, and treated those. Then line that front bolt up first. So that's the one towards the front of the vehicle. Once I have that one lined up, then go ahead and put one of those half-turn nuts in, because they go in fairly easily and they start to align it. So I put it in, turned it a little bit by hand, and then you can see here, took my screwdriver and put it the rest of the way. Did the others of that along with the 4 Phillips head ones, and those go in very quick and easy, and tighten those all down and you're done. So now for the oil, I went ahead and I put that into my old can that I had, and I do that so that I can measure and see exactly how much comes out of the vehicle with the change. And I use my handy-dandy little printer and printed up a label that I put on my car, so now I always know every time I go to change it. For me, it was 4.2 quarts and that 17mm wrench that I used. So then I went ahead and grabbed my funnel and started filling back up with the new oil, got those 4.2 quarts in it, and then I went ahead and checked it. Now the easiest part of it is get back into the car and reset the oil filter monitor. So you can see as you flip through the menus, you go ahead and get to maintenance, go ahead and select, and with that up on the screen, you go ahead and hold that. And I would say I held it for probably 15, 20 seconds, quite a while. It seemed like a long time. I've sped it up here for you. And then it'll come up and ask you if you want to reset and move the indicator to there, and go ahead and click it, and then it will reset all of the items, and you can see 100%. So click that like and subscribe button. Thanks for watching.
Zoom Gas will make it go fast.